Well, for our third installment on the 40-day word fast, I took some notes on judging. Judging is not just living in life and seeing and hearing. That's pretty well a given. You're going to see people do things. You're going to hear people say things. And you're going to have an estimate in your mind of the quality and the value of what you heard or seen has. You are going to observe it. That's not the part that is the judging. The judging is when you make an evaluation of them and you don't talk to them. You don't invest enough time to actually go to them and say, I saw so-and-so, or I heard so-and-so, and it troubled me. It troubled me for you that you were upset or that something had hurt you, and I prayed about that. I prayed about it several times and asked the Lord to bless you and help you. I could tell you were upset. I could tell things weren't going too well. And I've been in those places myself. And I've had times that I said things like that or that I done things like that. And then I prayed about them and talked to the Lord about them. And a lot of times we don't see or hear that part. We just see or hear something. So I wanted you to know I've been praying for you. And if you'd like to share, I'd like to hear. I'd like to invest some friendship time in you. Now, you may say that a lot of different ways, but you want them to know I want to talk sincerely with you. And I have already prayed about it. I'm willing to invest time. I'm willing to pray for you. Now, some of the cases of judging is when we make up our mind about what they meant or what they did, and we take it personally, and we start letting it even offend us in the church or whatever, when we haven't really talked with them enough to know where they were coming from. And it's always better to talk to them after you've had time. I call it for the mud to dry. You fall in mud and mud is wet and you try to smear it and get it off, it's just going to smear. But if you wait for it to dry, and that time is time for you to think about, have I ever said anything like that? Have I ever done anything like that? How did I feel? What did I have to do about it? And then also for you to pray. Pray about it. A couple examples real quick, is like the pastor comes in and rushes by some people. And somebody says, well, I guess they think they're too good for us. Or they didn't even bother to say hello or shake our hands, did they? Instead of somebody saying, well, maybe we should have a word of prayer. I've never seen the pastor quite in so much of a hurry right at church time. We don't want them upset or have something they have to deal with right at the time they're starting worship. So let's pray for them. Or maybe the principal at a school has a daughter, and the daughter's a teenager. And she's embarrassed to put on her makeup or to do various things in the public bathroom. So she comes to your bathroom. And then a friend or two comes with her from time to time. And you can hear the people judging the principal. Well, I see their daughter is treated different than everybody else. Or, and the principal has to make up their mind that I'm investing in my daughter right now, so I'm going to have to just let people talk, or to try to explain to the people one at a time. There's various ways we judge people. We quickly point at them and say, well, that makes you have less quality, less value. You are wrong. You do not have the ability that you should have in the position you're in. Rather than taking the situation, talk to them, and by talking to them, you're walking a mile in their shoes. You're talking to them to understand what happened in their life that they said or did what they're doing, and then to pray and to pray. Number 3, in how to get things out of your life, we need to learn to not judge and to not verbalize that judging, or to be sure we verbalize it to a Christian friend that will pray with us.